There's an office and a building and a person and a chair, and you paid for it all, though you may be unaware. You paid for the paper, you paid for the phone, you paid for everything they need to deny you what you're owed. They know you in United Health.
Welcome to Pegasus vs. the World, where we take on challenges, comedy, trending topics, and some travel.
City boy, city boy.
Looky. Y'all hear what he said? Y'all hear what he's talking about over here? So Don told me this, and we covered it lightly on our 40-year-old FUQ Boys podcast channel. But he told me that they're making folk songs about the CEO shooter. And I was like, no way. And guess what? This popped up in my recommendations this morning on YouTube. It's titled United Health. And I was like, this is from some of the clips that Don was showing me on X. So I click on his channel. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to react to this, play this joint, talk about it. Boom, bye. He just dropped a new video like yesterday, it looks like, called Take Me Home, Country Drones. Yo, if y'all don't know, man, like my music reaction channel has taken a spin because I was doing a lot of modern stuff. You know, a lot of dudes that I really respect and love, Harry Mack, Ren, Tom McDonald, reacting to stuff like that. But then I started checking out, you know, classic rock and country, and that's the rabbit hole for me right now. But yeah, Take Me Home, Country Roads is John Denver, and I only know that because of my reaction channel. So when I saw Take Me Home, Country Drones, and if you guys aren't familiar with all the stuff going on, I think in New Jersey, they spotted some drones in Denver, but I don't know if that was more of a hoax. Like, there's a bunch of stuff going on with drones, and so I'm going to check out both of those right now. If you guys are here for it, like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. Also, support the artist that I'm checking out. His name is Jesse Wells. Everything that I do on these channels, I try to, promote the artist. So, yeah, I'm going to link my music reaction channel in the description and the podcast channel. Let's go. This is United Health by Jesse Wells.
There's an office and a building and a person and a chair, and you paid for it all, though you may be unaware. You paid for the paper, you paid for the phone, you paid for everything they need to deny you what you're owed. They know you in United Health, they know me in the company, they know us in the private trust. There's hardly humans in humanity. Now the procedure that you're needing ain't the cost-effective route, and only 2% of people end up winning a dispute. So if you get sick, pray to God for help, cause your doctor's gotta pray through United Health. Way back in 77, Mr.
Yo. It's kind of crazy. I haven't heard him say one lie yet. Now, I don't know if this song is for the CEO shooter, but I believe this dropped like very close to after it, you know, all that stuff happened. So this dropped on YouTube the 14th, but I believe it was circulating like a day, actually a few days or a week after the CEO thing. It was like when he got captured or something. I don't know. But who drops a song about United Health, right? After the United Health CEO gets, you know what I mean? It's an interesting topic because it isn't really, the more I really delve into the topic, I'm like, it's just effed up. It is effed up what these corporations are doing to people in the guise of insurance, in like denying people, like in America, every person should have healthcare covered, you know? I know they do that in Europe. However, Europeans get taxed so crazily compared to us too. So there's just like trying to find that middle ground where it's like, bro, all this stuff out here is overpriced. Let's see what else he has to say, because he's actually cooking. Like, he's actually going in.
United Health. Way back in 77, Mr. Richard T. Burke started buying HMOs, putting federal grants to work, made 50 billion buckaroos. Last year, the Warren Buffett of health, the Jeff Bezos of fear. Now CEOs come and go, and one just went. The ingredients you got, bake the cake you get. But if you get sick, cross your fingers for luck, cause old Richard T. Burke ain't giving a fuck. Commoditized health, monopolized fraud. Here's the doctors we own and the research we bought. They own the pharmacies and a lot of the meds. They should start buying graves to sell us when we're all dead. There ain't no you in United Health. There ain't no me in the company. There ain't no us in the private trust. There's hardly humans in humanity. There's hardly humans in humanity.
Damn. You know, I want to say this before I go into Take Me Home Country Drones, because this is insane. Like, I'm like in disbelief right now.
You may have had a rough year.
Look, what he's saying is true, right? But I'm also like, I walk this balance. I don't believe capitalism is evil, and I don't believe it's the culprit necessarily, because a lot of times when I hear this type of song, it's almost, you know, he put Jeff Bezos in there and all these people, and I think there's an argument that maybe they don't, you know, pay their fair share of taxes, certain things, but I'm not like one of these people who's like, eat the rich. I think, me personally, I would like to be rich one day, right? And I don't want to be hated and want, you know, a bunch of people want to burn me at the stake because of that, you know? So the one thing that I think about when when people have these conversations, because a lot of times it'll be like, oh, capitalism did this, boom, bae. But what I personally think is like capitalism, when, you know, like markets compete and the people who get to the top become greedy, and they start trying to monopolize the markets by doing things, you know, foul practices basically to keep them on top. And that's what we're seeing. So essentially it's the greed. Like, I think my mind is like abundance mindset, right? Like, you should be able to become rich. It's super dope that America has put us in a position to have these type of opportunities. I think that's important to try to balance out. I think if we had like some type of, let's say, uprising, it could get really chaotic and crazy, especially in a country where people are actually coming to this country for the opportunity to get rich and become wealthy. And it's a lot harder in other countries because the way the countries are built, you know. So I just think it's important to have that conversation, because like, I am in agreement with Homeboy. Like, I'm in agreement. You know, I know they overprice pharmaceuticals. I know they overprice equipment, facility, everything, and we're getting murked for it from every aspect in America, right? And then they just want to keep raising taxes. They want to do this, that, and the other, and then nothing gets fixed, right? Like, our healthcare is in shambles. Our streets are not. Like, I was driving yesterday to a spot to go to a restaurant. I'm like, bruh, I'm paying all these taxes. I'm like, dude, these roads are horrible. You know, I'm in a nice state too, Colorado Springs, or a nice city in a nice state, Colorado. But anyway, let's see what we're going to continue on this path. This is Take Me Home Country Drones. And if you guys know what's going on with the drones right now, that's kind of wild. So let's see where he goes with it.
You may have had a rough year, but was it whistleblower hard? You can go ahead and mark space invasion off of your bingo card. It's a proven fact, you ain't gotta be Alex Jones to say, mama, look up, there's a bunch of drones. And if you ask Uncle Sammy what he's got cooking, he'll say, if you don't like what you see, it's your own damn fault for looking. Whatever's going on sure seems giant. I never thought aliens would be FAA compliant. Whoa.
Yo.
From Utah to Wisconsin to West Virginia, what the hell's in New Jersey? What's the agenda? Take me home. Country drones. beam me up or leave me alone. You can.
Bro, this dude he's a great writer. He's a great writer. Like, it's funny because the way he's singing and playing this, it's hard to tell, but I'm like, yo, he's funny. Like, because he's being cynical and comedic in a way. The way it's serious issues, but the way he's being like sarcastic, like, hey, it's your fault for looking. That's how the government treats you nowadays, right? Like, oh, you want change. It's like, no, you're not going to get change, you peasant. This is what you get. And matter of fact, let me go ahead and throw the new world order on top of that. Yo, so this is crazy as hell. Anyways, all right, man, we're listening to Jesse Wells. I believe it's Wells. Hold on, let me just make sure, because he's kind of cooking, man. I can't even lie. Jesse Wells. It might be Well S. He's like, you freaking a-hole. My bad, homie. I rock with you, though. You're kind of hard if we're keeping it real.
Country drones beam me up or leave me alone. You can ask the Pentagon, they'll tell you something's wrong with your eyes. Yeah, they're the most expensive polygon that's ever been commissioned to lie. The FAA looks at the DOD while the FBI looks at you and me. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a UAE hovering over the nation. It's a drone as big as an SUV flying in Dorito formation. Whatever's going on sure seems giant. I never thought aliens would be FAA compliant. Whoa. From Utah to Wisconsin to West Virginia, what the hell's in New Jersey? What's the agenda? Take me home. Country drones, beam me up or leave me alone.
This dude is a G. He still left the cap cut on it, yo. He didn't even edit out the cat cut. Yeah, you could just hit delete on that, man. I use CapCut too, homie. Or you could edit it through YouTube. Yo, he's hard. He is hard, man. What the hell is going on? Okay, this is the type of stuff I like. Who is Jesse Wellis? All right, I'm going to have to do a score. Anyways, the dude makes fire. It's a great track. I think he might have found his calling through the mix too, because I think what he's doing currently is breaking through, and he probably has a bunch of other type of, and see, that's what artists need. It's like Oliver Anthony, right? It's like if you have your viral moment and you're already a writer and ready to go, like you're going to do your thing. You're going to do your thing, but it's hard to get that viral moment. And he's getting it because he's talking some real he's spitting some real Yeah. So, anyways, I'm here for it. You guys let me know what you think of Take Me Home, Country Drones. That title is so fire. Anyways, holler.
City boy, city boy.